Hey everyone, Greenbeard here. Welcome back to another MLB 9 Innings 23 video on my channel. We're back with the Twins today, and we have something fun with the Clubcraft TSS, and we also have something a little bit of fun with a unexpected Sig Pack. So let's jump into that.
So I got a special Sig Pack with play points, and I didn't really expect to get anything, but as you can see, we have Gio Urshela. So we're going to pull him, and with the new fielding meta, he should be actually a little bit better than you'd think based on his base stats. Given that third base, we now know, has a more important weight on fielding, he's probably just on par with Josh Donaldson, given that I would have to train Donaldson for field. So we're going to take Urshela, and we still have the Clubcraft to do, so hopefully we don't dupe the Clubcraft, and we might have 2 new Sigs to add to the lineup, which would be absolutely insane. So yeah, I did not expect that. I'll go get the GI, and we'll start working on Urshela. So we pulled another special Sig Pack, and as you can see, we got Eddie Rosario. And so this Eddie Rosario is a dupe. You can see it's the same one in my lineup, but that does mean that we can go in Clubcraft now. We have now 3 Club Sigs that we can craft. That Buxton, and the dupe Eddie Rosario, and the current old Eddie Rosario, here he is, that I figured, why not? Let's do a double Eddie Rosario Clubcraft, right? You can see them comped. 18 is better contact, but otherwise 20 is really just the better card. And we already have 20 Black Diamond, and, you know, trained all the way up. Being corner outfielder, fielding is not as important. So without further ado, let's Clubcraft them. We're looking for shortstop. Obviously, we would love to see another bullpen arm as well. The only starting pitcher we could really use would be Walter Johnson. The rest of the Twins starting pitching, at least the current Sigs, are not very good. So let's hope that this double Rosario craft can pay off for us. So here we go. Alrighty. So, you know, got really lucky with those special Sig Packs. Hopefully that luck will carry over now. If not, we still have the Buxton to Clubcraft next time. So, fingers crossed. It's a silver. Brad Radke. That's a cool card to get, but he is a starting pitcher, and not a very good starting pitcher at that. So, as much fun as it is to see vintage Sigs, he's going to be Clubcraft material in a month, along with Buxton in all likelihood.
All right, so with that being said, Radke was a little bit of a disappointing pull, because I just can't really use him. We have 3 legends, a supreme, and then the best team starting pitcher, and he's not really good enough of a card to justify pulling a supreme out of the lineup for him, unfortunately. So he will get Clubcrafted with Buxton in a month when that Clubcraft comes off cooldown. But for the rest of the video today, that means we have Gio Urshela to work on. We finished off his train here. We have gone with this train because it means at Black Diamond, he will hit 125 field. And so let me actually go pull it up right now. And the rest of his stats will be like 136, 137, 135, something along those lines. All right, so here in this pre-notice, they gave us this list. And so this is how they plan on making fielding work in the future. And this second column, this third column here, where it says speed influence, is basically unimportant outside of outfielders, because especially if you're trying to compete, unless it's a legend, if it's a Team Sig, your speed is going to hit that, whatever that low mark is. We don't have stats for it, but most Team Sigs are anywhere in the 95 plus speed range, and I'm sure that's enough. I would think that if it's 100, if you have 100 speed on the card, that will more than satisfy low. That probably satisfies medium. My guess for medium is probably in the 105 to 110 range for speed. Don't know. I'm just guessing there. But we also now know which positions have which weight in terms of field and going forward. So this is different than it is now. Catcher is very high, so I'm going to leave Garver. Actually, I might retrain him down the line to try to get a 130 field because of that. Shortstop, very high, makes sense in game. We now have Carlos Correa at shortstop, so he'll have in the 120 or 125 field. I can't remember what I trained him for. And then second base, third base, which is Gio Urshela, is high. So we trained him so he'll have 125 field. I am guessing what each range there means. So in my ideal world, I would train a catcher and shortstop for between 130 and 140. Probably second base, third base between 120 and 130. What other positions? Center field I know is in the medium I think center field and first base were in the medium category. I would train them in the 100 to 120 range, probably on the upper end, closer to 120. And then obviously if it's low, it doesn't matter. And that means that, you know, fielding is important. And now we have a good idea of just how much. As you can see, unfortunately, Jorge Polanco here does not have good base fielding, and his hitting stats are good, but they're not great. So it would be tough to get him a good field train. What my hope is down the line, believe it or not, is that we could pull Chuck Knobloch, put him at second base. We basically wouldn't need to trade him for field because he would hit more than enough on his own. We could move Polanco then to DH, and then just move Clemente into the outfield. That would be my hope. But we're not quite there yet. Anyway, just wanted to touch on that briefly. I'll be talking about that going forward a little bit, but we have packs here that we will be able to open up, and special train Geo. First and foremost, though, we're going to use the intermediate GI since his training is done. We'll take him to gold, and then we will take him to diamond. We have a ton of stars right now, as I'm sure you saw. In, you know, if we had pulled a second Sig from the club craft that we could have GI'd, I would have waited and then done them both at the same time. But since I don't need to, since we don't have anything to use with it just yet, I'm filming this before the second GI drops. 61. But then when it does, I'll use stars to get the second one. So we'll have a second GI prepared. He is going up. Hopefully we can see something in the 70-ish range. Nope. 68's not bad, but it's also not very good. But we don't have any more GIs. So, yeah, we can use skills while we're here. Skill change tickets, I mean. Prediction on its own is not good. Okay, so right now on this card, barrel up heavy hitter is not the worst thing in the world. I'm looking for, ideally, 2 good gold skills. All right, I'll take that. 2 good gold skills and then like a usable third would be ideal. So I'm going to roll on this other set with the last couple here. Just hopefully see if we can get lucky. If not, Charisma Slugger is definitely good enough, though. All right. So Charisma Slugger I can definitely roll with. We don't have any skill training tickets right now, unfortunately. So we'll have to level that up normally, but he should be much better than Donaldson. Next step is to open up some packs. So let us open up packs, and we'll work on special training him. We only have up through the second week of the 500 Premium Player Packs event, which means that we still have 300 premiums coming. And I was planning on saving up a bunch of them and using them all at once and working on Nathan and Correa, but I decided to use what we have now and get as much work done on Urshela as we can. And get him in the lineup as quickly as we can, because he will be a big upgrade at third base over our current Donaldson. And we already have Joe Nathan as a diamond in our bullpen with skills. So as much as I desperately do want to get that Joe Nathan Sig into the lineup, it's not the biggest deal in the world to me if we can't. At least not yet, of course. We will eventually. But the other thing, 2 diamonds. The other thing I was thinking about, though, was that... So, I'm trying to figure out who I want to take Black Diamond next. Prior to anything else, I would have said Joe Nathan, right? But the thing is, if that card is too good not to have a legend skill on him, so if we take him Black Diamond, I would want to hunt for a legend skill. But the thing is, right now, all my premiums are going to Tyler Clippard, because I think pitcher's chem right now is a little bit more important. So he would be second in line, and I think the plan is going to be to take Gio Urshela to Black Diamond next, because he will be immediately in my starting lineup, unlike Nathan, who we have a little bit of wiggle room with right now, if that makes sense. So the plan will be, we're not there yet, but probably in the next video, we will take Urshela Black Diamond, and I'm not as worried about getting a legend set. I'd like to get him a legend set. Obviously, that'd be great, but right now, I'm not as worried about getting a legend set on him, and the extra stats and the extra special training would benefit him a lot more, since he will be in our lineup one way or another, rather than Nathan, who isn't going to go into the lineup until he has good skills, his special training is done, all of that sort of thing. So, that will be the plan. And so we are going to work on Urshela now as much as we can, and then we'll follow up that, working on Nathan, and then we'll work on Correa after that. 2 power and I'd love to see it. My hope, I don't know if we can do it, but my hope is that we can get him at least up to level 6 today. Would be great. That would be my ideal. I don't know if we're going to get there, but I think we should be good once we open up some of the rest of the packs that we have. And we're already almost there, so I think we'll be okay to get him all the way up there. So let us continue. I should have done these live season silvers first. But with the rest of the packs, we should be able to get him at least up to level 6. If not higher, higher would be better, obviously. But we'll do what we can, and we'll dump as much as we can to get him up to level 6 and higher. And yeah, we have a plan for going forward. We'll keep Charisma Slugger on him. My plan going forward, I think, is to use skill change tickets on him. Correa, I think, if I recall, has a 3-3 set right now. He's got like a Slugger 3-3 set right now, and he's a normal card, so I don't want to waste too many resources on it. But I think he has a 3-3 set with Slugger and Batting Machine, if I recall correctly. I'll take a look once we're done here. But that's okay for now, especially being a normal. There's a legend, or not a legend, a vintage, but it is Vita Blue, who unfortunately did just pass away, and he was a legend in his own right. Rest in peace, Vita Blue. But as I was saying, I think we're gonna start stockpiling skill change tickets now. There's another vintage. Wow, Jay Buhner. And then we'll figure out what to do once we have like a stockpile of skill change tickets, where we want to go with them. It would be great if I could use the premiums on batters, but like I said, we need them right now to try to get pitchers chem. I think that's going to be one of the most important things. We're at the point with this team right now where one of the only ways we can really keep improving is going to be getting the chems, unfortunately, which it just sucks because once you have them, it's great, but getting them is no fun at all. So, you know, if I do a bulk group of premiums, I'll include that in a video, but if I only have one or two, I'll probably just use them on my own time, just because the chance of actually getting anything from premium skill change tickets, especially trying to get pitcher's chem, is just so low that it's just really, you know, if I only have a couple, I just don't think it's worth, you know, going out of my way to record those premiums. And I want to get it as quickly as possible. So, you know, again, if there's some reason where I have a bunch of them saved up, I'll do that in one of my videos. But for this team, at least, I'm going to just try to knock it out as quickly as I can. So, as tends to be the case on all my teams, really not good luck with ultimate player packs for some reason. We have 5 diamond player packs this week. We're going to, with these team selects, as we have a tendency to do, we're going to go with the Yankees. Okay, so no legend. Really, that would be about the only way we could, you know, take that next step with this team, getting a legend. We'll use the 5 diamond packs, and then we'll finish off. We'll go with a... I don't really need any... There aren't really any cards that I really need team cards anymore, normal team cards. So I'm just going to go a Yankee pitcher and hope we pull Goose Gossage, right? Yeah, it didn't happen, but, you know, maybe at some point we'll get lucky, right? Maybe? I don't know. But, yeah. So, let's see how far that will get Gio Urshela. Okay, so we definitely got him up to level 6. How close can we get him to level 8 will be the next question. And in terms of skills, we almost got him up to level 7. Or sorry, up to level 8 itself. Get him a little bit further with those team cards, which I don't need. So he's almost all the way up. What was I saying? All right, so let's pop him in real quick. Who do we want to throw him in over? 7, 5. We'll put him in over. Well, let's throw him in over Edmonds. We don't really need Edmonds right now. He's going to be a 118. That'll be higher once we get his GI up and he's in neutral condition. But he's a pretty good card. Mauer has his training finished off. And obviously Mauer has the better batting stats, but he's also not trained for field and not in a position where he needs field. His needs as much field, I should say. And his GI is almost maxed out, whereas Urshela's is not. I think Urshela would get 1 more field, a couple more speed. I think 1 more speed, 1 more field, and then a couple more to the batting stats with a GI. So, yeah, the batting stats don't look super good, but when you compare it to the field, and even then, comparing it to Donaldson here, he's got higher contact, higher eye, higher speed, higher field, and only a couple fewer power, which will continue to go up, and will end up matching Donaldson, if not being better. So, you know, Spotlight Charisma is a good set. Charisma Slugger is better. And having the extra stats is better. So, I don't know if I'll put him into my battle lineup until his skill set is trained up. But what I'll do is I'll definitely work on him in the league and try to get him that XP. And then we'll work on trying to finish the card off as well. In terms of special training, in terms of GI, etc. So he will be a big addition, especially with fielding, especially boosting our fielding. As you can see, we already have Correa in the lineup here, working on getting that skill set. Yeah, it's batting machine. Spotlight, working on that, getting that leveled up. So I think that's going to be a pretty big upgrade for this team. I'm really excited that we pulled a card like that from a regular Sig Pack, or a special Sig Pack, I should say. But with that being said, that will wrap up the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.